Okay. Next, we're going to talk about in 3A a pretty big game. And this is actually kind of a rival game. Different conferences, MPC and SPC, but these teams have faced each other through the years many times, and that's Concord at 10-2 facing West Rowan at 10-2. And this could also be a game defined as finesse versus power. West Rowan, traditional power I team, run, have those tailbacks. And of course, Concord's got another Beecher at quarterback. I keep wanting to say Tommy, but that was the big brother. This is BJ's team, and he's been throwing the ball a lot, and Concord has been putting a lot of passing yards up this season. Max Preps is calling this a 39-30 Concord win. Of course, West Rowan defeated Northwest Guilford last week, 21-17, pretty close ball game. And Concord defeated McMichael 51-38. Giving up a lot of points, but putting a lot of points up on the board. So how do you look at this ball game when you've not seen either team except for some sporadic highlights on one of the Friday night shows? And it's all going to come down to obviously stopping the West Rowan run, and can West Rowan slow down the passing attack of Concord. Just based on what I've seen, what I think, what I feel, I think this is a Concord game here to win. I think Concord has spread the ball around. The passing attack, it's not something that West Rowan has seen quite to the level that they'll see this Friday night. Doesn't mean they can't defend against it. They've had Division I DBs play at West Rowan, but I'm picking Concord, and I'm sorry I can't give you better analysis as to why. I haven't seen them enough, other than I think that Beecher will have a big night throwing the ball, and you throw the ball as well as Concord is throwing the ball, you're a tough team to beat. And 10-2 record says Concord's played in a decently strong conference in the SPC. They've faced tough teams, Kannapolis, Hickory Ridge, the two teams that we just talked about. They've had to go through those teams. So West Rowan is not an opponent, a level of opponent that they haven't faced. I'm picking Concord by one score.
I mean, West Rowan, this year just seems like they're not as formidable as the West Rowan teams, of last year and the years before, where they won, 3 state titles and then were a runner-up last year, losing to Havelock. But they've had some tough losses this year against Statesville and county rival East Rowan, who has made a very surprise run this year. But Concord, they're also pretty good this year too, beating some quality opponents, such as Kannapolis, and then losing to a much improved Hickory Ridge team by 4 points or so. I mean, I forget the score, but Concord and West Rowan, this should be a barn burner right there. And I'm going to, since I don't really know all that much about these two, except they both have great tradition. I'm going to take Concord, by a touchdown, like 27-20, or it could be like a 27-24 ball game. I could see this game going back and forth. So that's my pick, and I'm sorry I'm not able to give y'all much to, go on, because they're both great teams with great tradition, and that's all the tidbits I can give you from my part.
Well, looking at a couple of West Rowan games, West Rowan lost to Statesville, and I don't think the game was that close from what I understand. And Concord runs a similar type of spread offense. I think they have 2 different quarterbacks. They have Beecher, then they have another guy that comes in. I think he runs some zone read type of stuff and things along those lines. So I'm leaning towards Concord here. West Rowan's pass defense I don't think they'll be able to stop Concord. Even a couple years ago in the playoffs, Beecher went up to West Rowan, and West Rowan was the home team. And Concord was able to put up 28 points on that team, which was a lot better team than this West Rowan team that's coming to Concord. So Concord has some experience in stopping the run. They slowed Hickory Ridge down, who's also a heavy run team. And West Rowan barely got by Northeast Guilford last week. And it's just not the same team. And I don't think they have the athletes in the secondary to match with Concord. So I'm going to take Concord by 3 scores here.